All right, everybody. Welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Talon Jenkins. Joined with our hosts, we got Ryan Gilbert and Joel Meyer. Gentlemen, how the hell are we doing tonight?
Doing good. Got a nice 2 days off there for the Flyers. So, I'm kind of missing them here because they're the most exciting team in Philadelphia now. I mean, I don't know. Sixers are up there too with the Embiid going off. So I got to thank Joel for that 9-1 MVP price there. But yeah, I think things are going well here in Philadelphia now that the Eagles season is officially over.
I've got a story to tell everyone. Once upon a time, there was a boy, a little better boy, and he had a little conflict with the sports book once upon a time. 2021 to be exact, the summer of. And this sports book, they didn't like this little better boy's action. They suspended his action. They blocked him from all accounts. And this guy, he took up arms. This little better boy, he went right to the customer support. He talked with them again and again and again, asking why the fuck didn't take his action. They kept responding different ways, like, oh, you took advantage of promos. Oh, you deposited with a credit card you shouldn't have. Oh, you maxed out your limit. Oh, you have 4 different accounts with us. And it was all bullshit. I kept asking, no, not I. The little better boy kept asking, why don't you restore my account? What's the actual reason? And every time something was resolved, the little better boy was given a response. It'll take time. We will message you later. And they never did. So little better boy, he keeps going back at him month after month after month for 3 straight years, 2021, the summer of, until finally today, little better boy is fully redeemed, victorious over the unnamed scumbag sportsbook, got his account restored. Let's fucking go. Cheers to the little better boy. He's on top of the world. So it's yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Long story. But yeah, I'm happy. Finally my tribulations and trials are overcome. And I destroyed that stupid fucking sports book by just pestering them again and again. I had no hope for success, to be honest, but for whatever reason, they finally gave up and they gave me back my access. So I'm stoked for that. Put in some more Tortorella for Jack Adams' first bet I made on that site. And yeah, so I'm feeling good.
So have you just been like messaging them like monthly for the past 3 years, or how does this happen that it starts working now?
Every 3 or 4 months. I've no hope. I'm just bored. Whatever. I'll just message these fucks. I wait on the line for like 10 minutes. Oh, I got to talk to the superior. Usually they just say, "Oh, we'll message you. We'll email you." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, fucking right." This time, your account's been granted. So I don't know what changed, but I'm happy it did.
That's fucking wild, man. Well, congrats, Jolie. We're all very happy for you. We're glad that, I guess we can't really say the book, but we're glad that you got that resolved. Cheers for you, and obviously keep crushing the coach of the year bets.
We always knew you were a little B-word boy, Joel.
Exactly. I'm doing good, yo. I'm tired of shit. It's been a long couple of days at work, and I got to do some fucking big deep dive into the American Express teeing off tomorrow at the end of this. So it's like, all right, let's bang this show up, baby, and then we'll be diving into that. But other than that, we're doing good. All right, let's keep this rolling. Everybody go check out the Sports Gambling Podcast Network website. That's the place to be. Tons of stuff in the world of sports. We got a pretty big hockey slate tomorrow kicking off. We got 11 games for that. On the weekend, we got NFL playoffs kicking off, so that's going to be cool. What else is going on? Basketball. Stuff going on in the world of basketball. I'm sure there's stuff happening in baseball, golf, like we said. MMA's in Toronto on Saturday, so that's a thing. There's a lot of people really excited for that, and I got a couple of buddies going down, so have fun at the UFC if you're doing that. Tons of stuff in the world of sports. You find all that information at the SGPN website. Be sure to go there. Listen to the other shows, man. Everybody's doing such a kick-ass job. Read the articles, too. Be sure to check out Ryan's fantasy hockey articles that he's still pumping out weekly. Gilbert, are those going good, or what's up with those?
Those were going good. I was looking at my last week one. I pumped up Joel Farabee, and he went on a good streak for the Flyers there. He's doing good on the top line or top 6. So yeah, those are going great.
Right on, man. So be sure to check those out. Get a little bit of an edge in your league. You're in the dog days of hockey fantasy, man. You're like half the season into this whole mix. You're setting your lineup every day. Any way you can get a bit of an edge always goes a long way. So that's a good way to help. And of course, shout out to all our friends and pals in the Discord. Discord's always popping off. Tons of stuff going on in there. Everyone's having a good time, especially with the Australian Open. I should have talked about too. Jolie. That was my mistake. I overlooked it. What's going on, Australian Open?
You've been asking me about tennis for the last 3 months, and then we're in a major now. So yeah, now I got stuff to say. Ended up staying up till 6 a.m. today watching the Marty Kostyuk versus Elise Mertin match. Fucking best woman match of the tournament so far. It was incredible. Shout out to Shark. We shared a bet on that one. Marta came through for us. She's like a little Barbie bitch. Very, very princess-like from Ukraine, but we still love her. Very, very hot. And she was flying all over the court, man. Like, her defense was incredible. She just stuck it to the veteran Mertin, and that was brilliant. Also, Djokovic looks fragile, which is good because I got bets on him not to win the trophy for once. You know, I'm a big fan of his, but betting-wise, I hope he doesn't win. So, yeah, he lost sets in 2 straight matches, and he looks like he's sick. His wrist hurts and everything. So I don't think it's going to be Novak's tournament. And, yeah, just tons of stuff going on. I'll keep you updated as we go on. And thankfully, I got to sleep until noon today, so I'm not dead to the world like I was the past couple of days.
That can be a grind with the time change, bro. I can only imagine. All right, so that's a great reason to get into that side of the Discord. There's tons of stuff going on there. Sharky's been killing it with the tennis bets, Jolie as well, and everybody else getting in on that. So that's awesome. If you want to get in the Discord, you can reach out to myself or Ryan on Twitter. I'll be sure to point you in the right direction, or you can reach out to the HGP Twitter account. Or social media producer will get you going. He'll point you in the right direction too. He's an absolute beauty. Or what you can do is just fucking stay up all night, baby. And when those night owls are lurking, you guys tend to meet up, and you know who else you'll find just staying up late watching the Australian Open is our very own, our boy Joel Meyer. So when it's fucking 6 a.m. and you guys are just chilling there, you can be like, hey, Joel, I know we should be going to bed here soon, but I mean, how do we get in the Discord first? And he'll be sure to point you in the right direction.
Or you could find me at Sportsbook's customer support. Just join the staff, and you'll probably find me calling eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, get in the Discord. Follow us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. Make sure you are subscribed to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple or Spotify. Leave us a 5-star rating and review, and I'll read it at the end of the show. Make sure you also turn on auto downloads and subscribe on YouTube. There, we're getting some good comments, get some interaction there on YouTube. So shout out everyone in the chat there.
The sweater, did you guys announce that? When do you guys want to do that?
The winner, I did inform our bosses of the winner. I'm not sure if I can announce it yet, but
maybe we'll do that tomorrow or something, or next time.
Tomorrow or Friday, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's jump into lock dogs and totals from last show here. Jolie killed it. Jolie had a good day. He went 2-1, up 1.31 units. Ryan had a good day. He went 2-1 as well, up 0.03 units. I got rinsed. I went 0-3, especially after going 3-0 before that. But just 1 step forward, 2 step backs. That's the way she goes sometimes. Jolie, kick us off here, buddy. What do we got?
Yeah, both my lock and my dog went to overtime. The Lightning money line -135 at home against the Devils after their back-to-back against the Panthers there, and it was a pretty even game. Lightning actually lost Eric Chernak early in the game, so they're down to 5 defensemen for most of it. Still, they were the slightly better team. They should have won a regulation, to be honest, but there were 2 really stupid giveaways, and luckily one of the goals was called back, but the other one, Perbix, no good. But still, they won in overtime, so that's good. Kings, on the other hand, this is part of their massive losing streak. They had the lead once again. They blew it, and the Panthers came back in this one and won in overtime. And my total was the Leafs Isles over 6.5. Isles can score these days. Their defense sucks. We know the same thing is true for the Leafs, and I didn't buy into Martin Jones' recent form because he was playing a bunch of shitty teams. And yeah, this was a 3-3 game and ended in overtime, but that the over was never in doubt, really.
For myself, my lock was the Bruins -130 in Vegas. Close game, 2-1 in overtime. That overtime did not go my way, but the one in Pittsburgh did. I had the Vancouver Canucks +105 as my dog there. They won 4-3 in overtime. One of Elias Pettersson's many game-winning goals for them. My total was the Kings Cats under 6 -102. That was a 3-2 final in overtime. So just chugging along here, plus 0.03 units.
I don't really remember any of these games, man. This was like a week ago. I think, actually, I kind of remember that my lock. It was the Jets puck line -1.5 for Chicago, -155. I think they were losing. They ended up winning in regulation by like 2-1. They scored the last goal with like a minute left. I was kind of hoping that we get an empty netter here, but it ended up not happening. My dog, Arizona, the money line versus Calgary +100. I do not remember what happened in this game, but they lost.
Flames stomped the shit out of them. Remember, it was Vag Milk in the first period, and then
Oh,
Ingram came in.
Yeah.
It was that. Yeah, you're right. He got lit. He had a goals against average of like 25 or something because he let in fucking 3 goals on 4 shots in the first 4 shots of the game. I remember that was brutal. Carolina, Anaheim under 6.5 -110. Yeah, I don't remember it, but I guess it went over. So tough goal for the kid.
5-4, I think, or no, 5-3, 6-3,
6-3, 6-3.
Yeah, so just terrible. But anyways, we'll get back going. That's all good, yo. All right, we're gonna pump in. What do we got for ads here? I fucked up, so I gotta read ads now. It sucks. We are brought to you by DraftKings. We love DraftKings here. Obviously, DraftKings Sportsbook is an official betting sponsor, partner of the NFL playoffs. It is bringing you an offer that will help you make the playoffs absolutely electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get 200 instantly in bonus bets, baby. You can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SGP. That's code SGP. New customers can bet $5 to get 200 instantly. Like we said, bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code SGP. The crown is yours. You got a gambling problem? Holy shit. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NEW YORK or text HOPE-NEW YORK 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-777777. Couple more sevens in there, or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Let's go Jayhawks, baby. 21 plus age varies or jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. All right, we'll see about that. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after insurance. See dkng.com/football for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gambling resources. Oh my goodness gracious.
We love our boys from DraftKings there. We just watch our live viewers dwindle as that read goes on.
I imagine so. How many did we lose? Holy shit, we lost every.
They're all trying to figure out the helpline.
They're putting in so many sevens right now. It's like a slot machine.
Holy Christ. All right, whatever. All right, boys, we got 11 games set for Thursday, January 18th. You ready to go here or what?
Oh, yeah.
All right, first game on the docket, we have the Chicago Blackhawks against the Buffalo Sabres. Game itself is in Buffalo here. This is a makeup game. This game was originally supposed to be tonight on January 17th. However, everybody in Buffalo is soft as shit and just cannot drive to the games. I don't know. It got postponed. They're getting hammered in snow, so I feel bad for them. All right. Chicago on the money line. Holy fuck. Plus 230. Buffalo on the money line at minus 285. Sabres on the puck line at -1.5, sitting at -112. The over-under's at 6. Over paying off -115. The under -105 here. I'm going to keep this nice and short and simple. I can't get behind this Chicago team no matter what, even though they screw me whenever I bet against them here. The Sabres at -285. That's just too much juice to bet on this shitty Sabres team as well. I don't know, man. To me, this is a pass game and over-under. Fuck, neither team can score. Both team gets absolutely lit up, but I guess technically I'd be leaning towards the under 6 at -105.
Yeah, nothing too strong here. If the game was tonight, I was going to be on Sabres puck line at the same thing. My -112, -110, I think it was, with Chicago in the back-to-back, going to a shootout against San Jose. But I think with this one, it's probably still worth taking the Sabres on the puck line at -112. They've won 4 of their past 6 games. All 4 have been by at least 2 goals, coming off a 3-0 win against San Jose. Chicago did beat San Jose in a shootout, but lost 3-1 to Dallas before that. They've been keeping games close. Buffalo has Thompson back. They're still trying to prove that they're not a horrible hockey team. So I take the Sabres on the puck line. Then I lean to the under 6 here, -105. It's down to 5.5 at some books. Can't really see too many goals scored on either side in this one.
My principles would tell me not to lay -285 with a bad team, even though the other team is bad. But the Blackhawks are almost historically bad. Without Bedard, they are absolutely brutally barely beat the Sharks, and the Sharks are in the middle of a long road trip. So I'm not touching -285. You got to be crazy to do that. But if you want to bet it, do what Ryan said. Take the puck line -1.5, -112, and don't put a lot on it. But I do think that the Sabres win this game by margin more often than any other result in this game. So that's the way I would look. Total Blackhawks can't score, but Blackhawks team total under. The under 6 for the game total would be likelier than the over 6, I think, but not strong enough to play that. So yeah, Sabres puck line, Blackhawks team total would be my leans for this one.
All right, heading down to the 7 p.m. time slot again here. We got the Colorado Avalanche against the Boston Bruins. Game itself is in Boston here. Colorado on the money line sitting at +120. Boston on the money line at -142. The over-unders at 6. Over paying off -130. The under +110. Jolie, what do we got going on with the Avs here?
There's a word I've been thinking of lately, twisting my brain, trying it out. The Avaholics, right? With Samuel Girard going to the player assistance program now, Valerie Nichushkin going to the player assistance program. It's the Avaholics now. The Avs are a bunch of drunks, and I don't think that they're gonna show up in high spirits for this one against the Bruins.
Or will they?
That's another way to take the pun. The Bruins, I think, are mildly fraudulent. I'm not saying fully fraudulent, but they are getting away with a lot of stupid stuff bailed out by the goaltending and some some shooting percentage stuff. But I think that right now they're the better team, the Avalanche, without Nichushkin, and the Avalanche, like they're running McKinnon into the ground. He played 29 minutes against the Canadiens, played a whole bunch of minutes against the Senators, and if they keep this up, like they're going to be dead by the time the playoffs start, just like last year against the Kraken. And the Avalanche need some help. I do think that they'll bring some people in to help the depth out, so they don't have to play these guys like fucking 30 minutes a night. But until that happens, they're just going to run these guys dry. So yeah, I think that they're going to be just wiped. So give me the Bruins here, -142. The total, I mean, the Avs, they're scoring goals for fun, but they're also letting in a ton of goals. So I would lean the over 6. Even in a Bruins game, the way that they play, it doesn't exactly lead to a lot of goals. But the way the Avs are going these days, you can't go under. So lean to the over. Stronger play would be on the Bruins money line.
Yeah, I like the Bruins here at home, -142. You can't bet against them at home, 13-3-3, especially with the Avalanche. Avalanche are also a team I don't like to bet against at home, but on the road they're 11-8-3, just 11 wins, 11 losses so far this season. Nichushkin's out. Lehkonen I don't think is back yet. I think he's back soon, but not back yet. So they're missing 2 of their key top 6 wingers there, and without them, their depth is really shot. Avs also in a tough spot here. 3rd game in 4 nights on the road trip. Went to Montreal, lost. Comeback win in Ottawa, but I don't think Boston here is going to let the Avs come back if they get up 2 or 3-0. So I like the Bruins here, -142, and then probably a pass in the total, but a lean to the over just because the Avs are scoring so much.
You guys bring up some good points here. I'm kind of leaning the other way, though, dude. Like, I'm going to lean towards Colorado in this game here at +120 as road dogs. Team hasn't necessarily been great on the road, and Boston's been absolutely fucking sick at home here. But I don't know. Anytime I can get eyes on McKinnon and Makar, like these guys are fucking pretty much 2 of the best players in the league, for Christ's sakes, man. So I know Jolie brought up a good point. You can only ride them into the ground so fucking hard, but these guys give a shit, and they show up almost every night. So, and truth be told, like this Boston team, they went out the gates pretty damn hot. And yes, they're still first in the Atlantic here. They're 6-1-3 in their past 10 games. But there's something about, I don't want to say it's sloppy, but Is underwhelming a right word to say when I watch some of these Bruins games? I don't know. I'm sure Bruins fans will tell me to go fuck myself here when I say that, but I don't know. Colorado, yes, they seem to have a bit of a problem with depth, especially with a couple guys going into rehab, for Christ's sakes. But I mean, that is what it is. But I'm going to take the Avs here at plus 120 as far as over under goes in this game. Gorgiev scares me. Olmark, he's not even having that great of a year compared to what he had last year. I'm going to lean towards the over 6.
I don't think you're wrong in saying, Boston hasn't looked that good. The underlying metrics definitely say that their expected goals for is under 50%, and they don't have besides pass from Marchand, they have no offense. So this could be a team that's ripe for a first round upset again this year.
It's a battle.
I don't know about that. I mean, they're going to be playing a tough opponent, but I think the Bruins play better playoff style hockey than regular season stuff. Like, this is the way they're playing is good in the playoffs rather than the regular season. You know what I mean? Like they're so stingy. They got elite goaltending, the defense. I think they'll be fine in the playoffs. For the regular season, I don't see them just being this dominant juggernaut that's going to win games that should be $2 favorites all the time. So that's how I think of the Bruins right now.
Yeah, I'd say in the playoffs, the opposing coaching matchup probably matters too. Because I feel like that could be a distinct advantage if you can get someone who can exploit their deficiencies.
All right, moving down to the 7 p.m. time slot again. Here we got the Minnesota Wild against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Game itself is in Tampa Bay. Minnesota on the money line at plus 120. Tampa on the money line at minus 142. The over-under is at 6.5. Over sit at minus 105. The under minus 115. Rag guy, what's going to go on in this game here, dude?
Oh, I absolutely love the Lightning here. They've been very up and down this season. 22 wins, 22 losses, but they've been great at home. We've talked about it all season long here. 14-5-3 at home compared to 8-12-2 on the road. So a lot better at home. The Wild also are a bad road team, 7-11-2. So that's 7 wins, 13 losses there. Not very good. Coming off a 5-0 shutout win against the Islanders to end a 4-game losing streak. They lost 4 straight before that. And after a win against the Blue Jackets. So they're not a team that I'm too confident in right now. Shout out Marc-Andre Fleury, getting that win to move into second place. Good for him. They got Gustafsson back. They got Kaprizov back. But I still don't think they're good enough here to take down Tampa Bay. They've won 3 straight, all at home. 2 comeback wins in overtime, but a good win there against the Ducks, 5-1, just showing their dominance. So I think they're a good bet here, minus 142. They're going to turn it on here in the second half, getting ready for the postseason. Vasi's also been good in his last 3 starts, allowing 1, 3, and 2 goals. So could see the Lightning start to make a run here. So give me the Lightning minus 142.
Yeah, the Lightning on the side here. I believe the Wild do get some pieces back, including Jonas Brodin. Probably their second best defender now after Brock Faber, but it doesn't matter. Like, the Wild weren't great before they lost these guys. I don't think that they'll be great after they get them back. And the Lightning are a desperate team. Like, at home, I think that they come out strong. So give me the Lightning as well. Lean to the over though, just because if the Wild do show up, they'll have to score goals, and the Lightning, when they're trailing, like, if they're trailing 3 goals, they'll pull the goalie with 3 minutes left or 6 minutes left.
It's insane. It's insane.
So it's definitely an underkiller when the Lightning are losing a game, because there could easily be 2 empty net goals against them. So I lean to the over just for that reason, because I do think the Wild can get some kind of offense. If you like the Wild, the over would be an automatic play, but just a lean to the over for me, but stronger definitely on the Lightning and the home team.
Both teams are letting in shitloads of goals, man, when it comes to goals against per game here. I love Tampa in this game. How can you not, dude? You're giving me them minus 142 at home. They've been sick at home all year. Ryan talked about it. Minnesota's been also struggling on the road. One thing worth noting, too, this Tampa power play is first in the league, firing at a 29.5% rate, hit rate here. And then the PK for Minnesota is terrible, 29th in the league at 72.8%. And they're also 28th in the league for penalty minutes taken, averaging almost 12 minutes of penalties against per game. So you go down shorthanded this Tampa team. Those fucking Kucherov's just going to light the lamp. Braden Point, these guys are killers out there, dude, and they'll make you pay for it. Kucherov is having such a sick season. Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like not a lot of people are talking about him. Is that just me? Like I get it. Like McKinnon's awesome. McDavid's been battling back. Matthews is on a quest for shitloads of goals and stuff. People are bringing up Kucherov, but this guy needs more love, man. He's absolutely lighting the lamp every time he's on the ice. It seems like.
No, like Kucherov is to the Lightning what Crosby is to the Penguins right now. Like he's just carrying the team. Especially Kucherov on the power play he's totally dominant. He's dialed in right now, and he's playing more consistently than ever. He often takes games off historically, but this year, it's like almost every game he's always in the right place, making the moves. He's been absolutely elite, and that's why his heart odds are still only like 4 or 5 to 1. So he's getting some love, just maybe not as much as
he's getting love from the books, but I just don't see it as much like from a media and online point of view.
Right. Well, he's Russian.
Yeah, I think that's definitely is probably a factor, but yeah, I think people are just kind of numb to his greatness by this point. Like I just to tie it up since 2017, he has 567 points in 402 games. That's an average of 115 points per 82 games. Like those are insane numbers there. And he's been screwed by COVID shortened seasons, some injuries there, and just not necessarily getting all the shine with how many stars they have down there. So yeah, Kucherov I think should definitely be getting more love even from the books. I feel like he should be favored up there ahead of McKinnon and McDavid with how great he's been for pretty much, this isn't a great Lightning team. Like they were with Vasilevsky for a few months. They're very, very shallow, very top heavy. I think he should be right up there.
Is that personal opinion, or is that what you think the voters would vote?
Oh, personal opinion. No, I'm not saying what voters vote. I'm saying in my personal opinion, I feel like he should be a finalist.
Fair enough then.
Yeah.
This Tampa team, too, it's tough with Sergachev out. When he comes back, he's just going to make them even better. So Tampa's going to be sick. For this game, I'm with Julie. I'm leaning the over here, man. I've been burned too many times in empty net games or goals by the Lightning when they're down. And the firepower that they do have offensively. Plus, we've seen Fleury have some struggles. Congratulations on him for fucking passing Patrick Waugh and all this stuff. But this is a guy that can and will still let in 3 to 4 goals against, he'll keep his team in the game. The Wild suck, but he's still giving up goals, so the over looks good. All right, moving on to the 7 p.m. time slot. We got the Dallas Stars against the Philadelphia Flyers here. Game itself is in Philly. Dallas on the money line at -135. Philadelphia on the money line at +114. The over-under's at 6. Over paying off -118. The under -102. Rye guy, what's up in Philly? This is going to be a good game tomorrow, no?
I'm hoping it's a good game here. I got a showdown between two of the saddest football endings to the season here in Dallas and Philadelphia. Hopefully there'll be some Dallas sucks chants tomorrow night at the Farg here. Yeah, but I got to take this one objectively, and the Stars should be bigger favorites here. Only -135. Looking at the underlying numbers in the past 10 games, Stars are the 6th best expected goals for. Flyers are the 10th worst. They've been bailed out by their goaltending, but the Flyers actually have been getting some power play scoring recently. They scored power play goals in 5 in a row before going 0-2 against the Blues. Coming back home now after a good road trip, maybe if you want the Flyers here, take them +120, +114 here. It's not too bad, but I don't know. The Stars, it looks like they might be putting things together now. Ottinger's back. Heiskanen's joining them on this road trip I saw. Maybe not playing in this one, but he's coming back soon too. So I could see the Stars pulling away in this one. -135 I think is too low. Also might take a look at the draw here. Flyers playing a lot of overtime games recently, and getting a point for them in this game would be a win. So lean to the Stars, lean to the draw, and then also a lean to the under as well, just with Urson and Hart playing so well in net, as well as the Stars are playing well defensively.
Are they? Are the Stars playing well defensively?
One goal against the Kings, one goal against the Blackhawks. Past
the
2
Blackhawks.
games. Kings.
Yeah, Kings can't score for shit. I think the Kings had like 3 expected goals in that one. Ottinger's back, right? So, and he played well against the Kings, I believe.
Yeah,
I think that was Ottinger. So yeah, that's a concern for others in the division if Ottinger turns into the Ottinger who started the season so strongly. But I just can't. I can't back the Dallas defense without Heiskanen. I lean to the over. I don't have any kind of feel for the side. I think it's priced fairly accurately. The Flyers coming off that road trip. I mean, they were kind of lucky in a couple of results, but the Flyers they just keep winning. Like Tortorella's got them, they got the ball swinging, winning games. Because you know what, the other teams don't have balls. I don't think the Stars have balls. So you know what, fuck it, give me the Flyers. Give me the Flyers at home. They're gonna keep on rolling. And yeah, Stars. I don't think that their defense is any good. They have got plenty of good goal scorers. They're definitely getting some production offensively. We'll see if the goaltending can keep up. If that game against the Kings was a mirage, a one-off, whatever, we'll see. But yeah, I like the over and then the Flyers here.
I understand that this podcast has a lot invested in the Philadelphia Flyers. I know that we have a massive Flyers fan in this show. I got to go the other way here. I got to take Dallas Stars in this game here, man. I look at Philly. The last 10 games, they're 5-3-2. They are on a 4-game heater. Don't get me wrong with that. This is a team that's been doing a lot of damage on the road. 14-6-4 road record as opposed to a 10-8-2 record. And then you look at the Stars on the road, 12-4-3. Pretty decent road record for Dallas here. Yes, a lot of those games came earlier in the season when Ottinger was healthy. And if he's back now and he's playing this game, I kind of like Dallas a lot here, man. So I'm going to take the Stars minus 135 on the money line as far as over-under goes in this game here. Ottinger, Hart, both have been stellar goalies. A little shaky with Jake Ottinger coming back from injury. You know, maybe it'll take a game or two for him to kind of get back in the mix, or game 2 or 3, whatever it might be. But you know that the talent's there, so I'm going to be leaning towards the under in this game. Jamie Drysdale is sick. He has a cold. Is that what I'm seeing?
He was so sick in his first 2 games. He had to miss a few games with the sickness.
Because he was sharing the dog mask around. All the germs in it.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That he probably was. So yeah, give me the under and then give me the Stars. All right, moving to the 7 p.m. time slot here. We got the St. Louis Blues against the Washington Capitals. Game itself is in Washington here. St. Louis on the money line at plus 100. Caps on the money line at minus 120. Over under sitting at 5.5. Over paying off minus 125. The under plus 105 here. Oh, this game kind of sucks here. Charlie Lindgren's back for Washington, so that's a good sign. At least he's been an absolute stud for them this year with a 2.24 goals against average, a .929 save percentage, 2 shutouts on the year. Those are pretty sweet numbers. Binnington's trying to force himself back into decent numbers when he's over the 900 save percentage here at 906, goals against average at 3.04, which is kind of shit. But you know what? He's got no hell team in front of him here. Neither team is great at scoring here. Washington's 30th in the league. St. Louis is 26th. I love the under in this game, man, here at 5.5. Yes, it's a little shaky number. It's pretty low at plus 105. But I'm also going to take the Blues here. I don't know. I don't really have a great lean for why I like the Blues in this one, but I just can't get behind the Caps this year, man. They seem a little more fraudulent. Yes, they had a good start, and I feel like a lot of these numbers were skewed because of that. So give me St. Louis and then give me the under.
Yeah, this is just the fraud face-off here with the Blues and the Caps. Both, teams technically in the playoff race by point percentage and whatnot, but if you look at the odds, they're like very high to miss the playoffs here. Both playing way above their heads. Past 10 games, Caps have the worst expected goals for %. Blues have the 4th worst. So both playing bad hockey here. I do like that under 5.5, especially plus 105. Don't see either of these teams scoring too much. Caps have gone under that number in 4 straight. Blues just played the Flyers, lost that one 4-2. They've been going over in a few games, but I think against the Caps play a very boring, grinded out style of hockey here. Neither team has any star power with Ovechkin questionable as well. So yeah, give me the under 5.5 here. But I'd have to lean to the Caps at home here in the District of Columbia at minus 115. 12-7-4 at home. Blues are 8-11-1 on the road, but stronger play on the under.
Yeah, this is a dumb game. I usually don't bet draws, but this is one that just screams draw. Wear your Sunday best and all that. The Blues and the Capitals, man, like they're just like another Spider-Man image. We talked about the Oilers, Leafs, and Avs in that kind of respect. Blues, Capitals in a very different way. Both teams are boring. Both teams prioritize defense, even though they don't have great defenders. It's pretty slummy hockey the way these teams play, and yeah, the under has to be the way you look. If I had to pick a side, I guess I would take the Capitals. But if you take the Capitals, you got to do the -1.5 because the Blues lose every game by 2 goals. Seems like. But I can't do that because I like the under. So this game is just a paradox, a mystery, an enigma, and for that reason, I'm just gonna fuck it, take the draw. Because I don't know what happens in this one at all, except that it will be boring, whatever happens.
All right, heading down to 7 p.m. time slot here. We got the Montreal Canadiens against the Ottawa Senators. Game itself is in Ottawa here. Montreal on the money line at +154. Sens on the money line at -185. The over-unders at 6.5. Over sitting at -125. The under +105. Montreal on the second night of a back-to-back here. They're currently playing the Devils. It's 2-2 in the third. And that game is in New Jersey, so they'll be traveling, crossing the border here. I'm not going to say I want to see Ottawa win this game, so I'm just not going to say anything at all. And then for my over-under here, I'm still leaning towards the under, man. Both these teams fucking suck when it comes to scoring goals. Ottawa's actually kind of good when it comes to scoring goals, but defensively, they're just fucking terrible here. But I think Montreal's going to show up for this game, man. They have a knack for showing up when it comes to teams in the Atlantic in the same division. Their division record isn't necessarily great, but this is a rivalry game, man. And this is a franchise that has a lot of passion and know what it means to put that fucking jersey on here, especially with the closest proximity team against. So I expect to see the Habs show up. I'm going to be leaning towards the under, even though it's on the second night of a back-to-back. And then for a side, I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Yeah. I said the other show here that the Sens I don't think should be minus close to 200 favorites against anybody here, but maybe at home against the Canadians on a back-to-back -185 isn't too bad. Montreal has not been good on the back-to-back so far this season. Just last week they lost in Philadelphia, then at home against San Jose, who we all know how bad San Jose is, and now they're going from New Jersey after blowing a 2-0 lead. Up to Ottawa, crossing the border, going to have either Primo or Allen in net after Montembeault started tonight. Going to be their third game in 4 nights after the home game against Colorado. So yeah, I lean the Sens way at -185, but I also lean to the over 6.5 at -125. Probably a little bit stronger. Sens have just been a complete over team this season. 7-4, 5-4, 5-3, 6-3 in the past 4. So could see maybe an alt over game here. I called that in the last one. Maybe they get there again, but I think over 6.5 -125 would be the best look here.
Yeah, Canadians currently in a 2-2 tie here with the Devils, coming back to Ottawa. They're going to be worn out. Senators, terrible team right now. Can't do anything. They have no cohesion. Town talks about it a lot. There's no discipline, no structure, no anything in terms of tactics, in terms of you getting these players to buy into a system. But they can still score. Senators still have one of the better power plays, and for that reason, I think that they can take advantage of the Canadians on this back-to-back, playing their weaker goalie in net here. -185 is a bit rich. I think the Senators are likelier to just barnstorm them than win like a close game. So give me the -1.5 +136, or you could do like a Senators team total over 4.5 plus money too. Either way, I like it because I think the Senators do get their share of goals here. And for that reason, I also like the over 6.5. Canadians are struggling to score lately, but still, even the fucking Blackhawks, I imagine, can score 3 or 4 against the Sens these days. Their goaltending sucks too. So I like the Sens at home here on the puck line, and I like the over. I like this game a lot. I bet a lot of money into this one.
All right, we are brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's U.S.-based and available in 40 states. P2P social betting is new and better way to bet. Bet directly against your friends and or other users on sports, politics, pop culture, and other events with verifiable outcomes, plus tons of fun social features that give it the feel of a betting social network. Cut offers lower VIG? What the fuck is VIG? But whatever. Lower VIG and fully customizable odds. Create your own bets. Cut handles the payment side of things, so you never have to chase anyone down for money. Social features, you got group chats, betting leaderboards, head-to-head history, user profiles, fan groups, and much more with Cut. For rewards here, you can get some cash back for every single time that you bet against your friends or other users. So a good way to, go head-to-head with your buddies here. It's like, hey, fuck you, I'm better at betting than you are and shit. So Cut's awesome for that. So just remember that Cut is the peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US-based and legal in 40 states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com, 2 T's and Cut, and use promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus here. We are also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. They've been with us for a while here. Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. NFL, NBA, NHL, college basketball, college football, not really anymore, but still. Simply pick higher or lower for your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. My favorite underdog, pick them for, the show that we're recording today. It's going to have to be something with the Leafs. Of course it is. And you can bet your favorite teams too with Underdog Fantasy. So watch along, make your picks, and maybe make a little cash over on the Underdog's mobile app or website, which is underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up with the promo code SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit of up to $100. Doubling that money, baby. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. All right, moving out of the 9 p.m. time slot here. Talking about the Leafs. We got the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Calgary Flames. Game itself is in Calgary here. Leafs on the money line sitting at -125. Flames on the money line at +105. The over-unders at 6. Over paying off -122. The under +102 here. Oh, I've been dreading talking about this game. This sucks. This Toronto Maple Leafs team is an absolute shambles right now. I am more mad at Mitch Marner than I've ever been in my entire life over his tenure as a Leaf, but we're not going to get into that. So,
great speech, huh?
Oh my God, dude! Did you?
It's
see
okay. You don't have to respond.
No.
Did you see what he said to the media?
I did. I heard.
Yeah.
This guy's a 17. You're married. You got a wife. You're fucking making $11 million a fucking year, and you sound like a 17-year-old child. Grow the fuck up. You can give Toronto shit. It's kind of some of the fans, they're kind of more blue collar than you would think, bro. So how hard is it just to show up and be like, this is embarrassing what we've done the past couple of games. We fucked up. We got to find a way to fix it. That's all everybody's looking for. It's as simple as that.
Compare Marner with Draisaitl last year when he's pissed off at the media and like it's acting all pissy, right? It's,
exactly.
Instead, he's like, "Oh, we're doing fine." He's like the meme, and like the everything is fine.
The fire.
Yeah, the fire.
He said we're playing awesome. You blew 4 fucking leads, 2-goal leads. You lost in regulation.
5.
I don't know. I'm not getting into this, but fuck you, Mitch Marner. Read the room. Simple as that. Like, fuck you. I don't know. Anyways, big road stretch here for the Leafs. Obviously, they just played Edmonton. They got Calgary. Then they got fucking Seattle, Vancouver, Winnipeg twice. Like, this is going to be a tough skid for them. I think they're going to get just pumped in this game here, man. Give me the Flames +105. This team has no heart right now. It's embarrassing. Over under in this game. I don't know. I'm going to lead towards the under +102. Jones has had some good starts. I want to see Sammy get going, man. He played well the other night. The team just simply let him down. So I don't know. Whatever. Give me the Flames. Give me the under.
Yeah, I'm back in the Leafs here actually -125. I know that they've had 4 in a row tough losses, blowing those 2-goal leads. I bet against them live, but I think they're going to bounce back here. They have by the numbers they've been playing better over the past 10 games. A lot of that has been, helped by their dominant shooting efforts against Anaheim and San Jose. Only winning those games 2-1 overtime, then the 7-1 win. I just don't believe in Calgary. Calgary's just been very hot and cold this season. They've won 4 in a row. They had to come back from, I think, a 2-0 deficit to beat Arizona there in overtime on a power play goal on a too many men on the Coyotes in OT there. I think the Leafs here. The Leafs have to wake up sometime, and they've been playing decent, not great, obviously, with the blowing leads and whatnot, but I think -125 is good here. I think they are the better team. I'd also lean to the over 6.5, -122. Just can't take the under in the Leafs game, but a stronger lean to the Leafs at -125.
Yeah, it's tough to figure out this Leafs team right now. Of course, everyone wants the coach fired and all that. Yeah, it's tough times there. But the Flames, meanwhile, the things are good. Things are good in Cowtown. The way they're playing, suddenly they have hopes of making the playoffs again. They're under $2 to make now, and yeah, they're looking pretty decent. I mean, how about Igor Sharangovich, man? Like, do you think the New Jersey Devils could use him right now? Like,
Right,
they got rid of him for like it was like a cap dump. Now he's got like, I don't know, 16, 17 goals, and including a game winner last night against the Yotes. And yeah, the Flames are flying high, but Leafs back against the wall and all that. You got to expect them to come up firing, but I'm not touching the side. Instead, I just expect there to be goals. The only reason why the Flames aren't letting in a ton of goals these days is because the elite play of Jacob Markstrom. They are fourth worst in expected goals against in the last 10 games, and the Leafs can take advantage of that. But meanwhile, the Leafs just are terrible defensively themselves, giving up a ton of terrible chances against, and their goaltending is suspect to say the least. So yeah, I just want to see goals in this one. One more note in this game. Yeah, I like to see that the Leafs and the Oilers chance go back and forth in the last one. That was very fun to see. It's like, let's go Oilers, go Leafs, go, battling back and forth. That was good. It's like a European soccer with the away fans versus the home fans. That's one of the bright spots of having the Leafs, strong Leafs fan base here in Western Canada. Probably the only good thing about it. But yeah, it's always fun to see the Leafs come around, and the Flames will get up for it. Like, they got it circled on their calendar. We got to play the Leafs. We got to play them tough. So that's another addition for the Flames side. But I'm not touching the side. Just give me the goals.
I'm telling you right now, All-Star break, one of our shows, I'm fucking going off on this team. So we'll save it for that. All right, moving to the 9 p.m. time slot. We got Seattle Kraken against the Edmonton Oilers. Game itself is in Edmonton here. Seattle on the money line at plus 170. Edmonton on the money line at minus 205. The over-under is 6.5. Over sitting at minus 115. The under minus 105 here. This should be a good matchup, bro. Like, the Oilers are on an 11-game heater here, which is absolutely incredible, especially how they started the season. If you look at the standings, it's still pretty crazy. Let's go Habs, baby. Fucking right.
Allez.
That was sick. All right. Anyways, yeah, Edmonton's been absolutely lights out here. Seattle's been, good. They were on like a 9-game, 10-game heater themselves. Obviously, they lost a few recently since then. Toughy here, man. Edmonton's been so good at home too, 12-6-1. Give me the Oilers. Minus 205 though. Like, are we shitting on Seattle too much, or did they just get hot? Obviously, it's a long season. Maybe every team gets hot a little bit. That might be the case, but I'm gonna be all over the Oilers here. Minus 205 is a hell of a lot of juice. Maybe be looking for a regulation play here from Edmonton. This team is playing properly, dude. Like, they're being gritty. They're hitting guys. They're fucking stepping up. Defensively, I feel like obviously the stars aren't really there from a defensive side of the game, but we're starting to see a little bit more of a buy-in from the likes of McDavid and Draisaitl from a defensive point of view. Like, obviously Hyman's always been doing that. Evander Kane, he's had a bit of a rough year, but he's still a hard-hitting physical body, man. So a lot to like on this Edmonton team. I'll be looking for them regulation. Over, under in this game. I feel like a lot of Oilers games have gone under. Like, I don't know if that's just crazy or what, but I haven't really looked into it. But yeah, fuck.
No, you know what? That brings.
January 2nd.
I remember in your last show, I'm pretty sure you had the Oilers Leafs under 7, and then you changed it. I thought that you nailed it. I was like, oh man, Talon is so sharp in this play. And then I look at the fucking Coyotes Flames over or under rather.
I did think Vashmilk was going to start. That's what fucked me. But yeah, they have been, right? So the under in this game is definitely a look, especially with the way that Joey Decord's been playing. This guy's been an absolute stud. And Stuart Skinner's found his game, man. Honestly, like, this might be a bold take, but I feel like if the Oilers didn't fire Jay Woodcroft, they would still have the same record they had right now. This team was getting no saves. Maybe that's a tough take to say here, but goaltending just simply fucked this team for so long. And, just because you get a new coach doesn't make your goalie play any better or worse. Stuart Skinner just found his fucking game. But I don't know. That's maybe a conversation for another day.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also like the Oilers here at home. I like them on the puck line, though, at plus 114. We had Bull City Bets in the chat point out. He said Edmonton minus 1.5 is a lock tomorrow. Maybe not quite a lock here, but I think plus 114 is a little bit too high. Seattle is in a tough spot here. 6th game of a road trip, end of a road trip. They were feeling good. Won the Winter Classic, came out of that, beat Ottawa, Buffalo, Washington, Columbus. 4 not very good teams, and then got shut out 3-0 in Pittsburgh. Lost 5-2 the next night against the Rangers. There, this is now their 3rd game in 4 nights against Edmonton, who's been at home, coming off a 4-2 win, hard fought win against the Leafs. There, that was a good game there. I'm not laying minus 205, but on the puck line plus 114, I will take that. When I do like the under 6.5, minus 105. Joey Decord has been great in net, and the Oilers are playing the right way. Like Talon said, they're getting 6 straight or 7 straight unders here. Give me the Oilers puck line and the under 6.5.
This would be a spot I'd love to fade the Oilers in. 11 straight wins, coming off the win against the hated Leafs, except that the Kraken are coming all the way across from the other side of the continent, and 6 road games. And that's not ideal. So unfortunately, I can only lean to the Kraken. I don't think the Oilers were that much better than the Leafs. Maybe a little better, but the Leafs were in that game the whole way long. The only problem is that, a couple bad mistakes is what they do, and then they can't capitalize on their own chances. And that's how you get blown leads. But the Oilers weren't exactly dominant in that one. So, even on the road trip, they were winning games in the overtime, whatever, against the Blackhawks. They needed to scrape by with a 2-1 win. The Habs, they had to take the overtime win. So I don't think the Oilers are that elite right now. I mean, I still think that they're the best team in the league. But right now, I don't think that they are worthy of being $2 favorites here against the Kraken team who are playing very well lately. So lean to the Kraken, no play there, but I do like the under 6.5 a lot. Kraken playing a lot better defensively. They finally have a goaltender who can goaltend. And Oilers, meanwhile, have Stuart Skinner in net, who's playing like one of the better goalies in the conference. And they are playing better defensively. They do have a structure. That's why I am gaining confidence in the Oilers having a deep playoff run, because even the game against the Leafs, they didn't really have any power plays. It was just a physical game. Didn't call many penalties. The refs, good for them. And the Oilers struggle scoring. I mean, they still maintain offensive zone pressure and all that, but they can't score as much if they're not getting the power plays. So that's encouraging for the playoffs going forward. But for this one, under 6.5, I do think that both teams will struggle to score.
All right, moving down to the 10 p.m. time slot here. Sorry, I'm just checking some of my bets. We got the Arizona Coyotes against the Vancouver Canucks. Game itself is in Vancouver. Arizona on the money line at plus 170. Canucks on the money line at minus 205. Canucks on the puck line at minus 1.5, sitting at plus 114. The over-unders at 6.5. Over paying off plus 105. The under minus 125 here. This is a toughie for me in the heart because I got a bit of money on Arizona having a good year, obviously, with them making playoffs and with Ingram. And then I watched a lot of Canucks, man, and I fucking like this team a lot. They're a lot of fun to watch. Pedersen, dude, this guy is so good at hockey. It's not even fair, man. Everything he does is right. I love the coaching. I love the goaltending defensively. All around, this team is awesome, dude. Minus 205 is I feel like that's a fair price. I hate betting anything more than maybe minus 175, but you know what? A game like this, I might actually take it. And that's not me shitting on Arizona. I think that they're a fine team. They're a middle of the pack team that I really do hope, and a team that can make playoffs. But this Vancouver team just seems to be doing a lot of shit right, man. Their home record, 14-4-1. How the fuck do you bet against any team to beat them at home, let alone the Arizona State University Coyotes? So I'll be all over the Nucks in this game. Over under, a little bit of a toughie on this side. Shit, I don't know. Vancouver's the first in the league when it comes to goals for. Arizona struggling a little bit. Both teams have pretty solid goaltending. I think the under is probably the safest play at 6.5 minus 125 here. But the thing about Vancouver is I watched them and, it doesn't look like anything too fancy, but by the end of the game, they got 4 fucking goals for Christ's sake. So I don't know. I'll take a bit of a gamble here with the under, but give me the Canucks.
Yeah, Canucks minus 205. It's getting up there. I threw out in the Discord earlier today. I got them at minus 184. They're still minus 192 elsewhere, which I think might be okay here. I think this line will continue to go up. There's a tough spot coming home from a 7-game road trip here, but they've had 2 days off to, one to relax, one to get back to practice, get back to work here. So coming off a tough loss in Columbus, a shootout loss there. I think they get the job done. Minus 205, probably close to the limit of what I would take them at. Maybe wouldn't even take them there. But I do like the over here. Both teams are over team this season. Both teams can score a little bit. I might take a look at the draw too. There at plus 380. There 2 or 3 meetings last season went to overtime. They've also both went to overtime in 2 of their past 4 games overall. So don't mind that at plus 380. But the strongest play is the Canucks at minus 205.
Unfortunately, we got a bit of a rain delay in Melbourne. Who would have thought of rain in Australia? Come on.
Never.
I need to get this going, though, because the hockey's over. What am I going to do for the rest of the evening? Anyway, Coyotes, Canucks. Canucks, $2 favorites. No big deal. The only problem is they're coming back from a long-ass road trip. Very understandable loss to the Blue Jackets. It's not even a loss, really. A shootout, whatever, bullshit. Elvis Merzli against Monster and all that stuff. Hell of an interview, though. Like, that guy's nuts. I love it. Horrible situation. Logistically, they were struggling to get there in time for the game, much like the Red Wings. Unfortunately, did not have the same result as the Red Wings against the Leafs in similar predicaments. So I'm not playing a side here. Canucks are rightfully around this number. Coyotes struggled. They fought hard against the Flames, but were undone in overtime, of course. And I expect the same kind of thing here. We could see a high scoring game, which is why I'm taking the over 6.5 as well. The only problem is both goalies are playing well. Ingram and Demko, though you never know when good old Vashbrook makes a surprise appearance. So it's probably better to bet the over now in case that happens, with Ingram getting the last start. And he was brilliant against the Flames. Yeah, Canucks, very good power play, kind of mediocre penalty kill. Coyotes, same kind of thing. I like there to be goals in this one. Bit of a fun hockey game here to end Thursday night.
All right, moving down to the 10 p.m. time slot, we got the New York Rangers against the Vegas Golden Knights. Game itself is in Vegas here. New York on the money line at minus 125. Vegas on the money line at plus 105. The over-unders at 6. Over paying off minus 108. The under minus 112. Ryan, what's going to go on here at the Rangers and the defending Stanley Cup champions Vegas Golden Knights?
These two teams aren't quite frauds like the Blues and the Caps are, but I feel like they're worse than their record shows so far this season. The Rangers have been seeing some of that regression. They lost 4 straight before beating the Capitals and that back-to-back and the Kraken there. Vegas has been very back and forth. 6 past games have been loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So they're due for a loss here at home. I think Eichel's on the IR now. He's still out. Aiden Hill is, I think, still out. Maybe he's coming back for this one. Who really knows? I think Thompson was in practice, so he'll probably start this one. Rangers 13-7-2 on the road. Vegas is good at home though, 16-5-2. I'd lean to the Rangers here at minus 125, but no real strong play on the side. Maybe a play on the under 6 minus 112. Vegas has been an under team this season. They've gone under in 4 straight and 7 of their past 8 there. So maybe just the under 6 at minus 112.
Yeah, I like Ryan said, I'm not a fan of both teams here, but right now the New York Rangers are playing significantly better than the Vegas team, which is understandable considering all the injuries. They got Jack Eichel out, William Carrier out, William Karlsson out, Shea Theodore still out, and of course one of the best goalies in the league, Aiden Hill, still out. And Rangers are still healthy. Obviously Philip Hedl is out long term. Rangers are, I think they're very live here to win on the road. Minus 125 is a bit of a disrespectful line. Golden Knights with their injuries, they're having problems scoring. They've turned into an under team now, despite their mediocre goaltending, which is a little better lately, to be fair, but still not up to the standard of Aiden Hill. So yeah, I love the Rangers here to win this one. The Rangers are the best power play in the league. I think that could take advantage of the Golden Knights' weaker penalty kill. And yeah, Rangers going to roll here. And for the total, though, it's the Rangers goaltending is kind of declined as well. So kind of lean to the over 6, even though the Golden Knights have struggled to score. It's over or nothing, but much stronger play on the Rangers for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, dude. I love New York in this game at minus 125, even on the road. Team's been fine on the road, 13-7-2 records here. Obviously, Vegas has been decent at home as well. But you know what? You touched on, dude, that Jack Eichel injury is fucking massive for this team. He just had surgery. It was undisclosed lower body surgery. So Jack Eichel had open dick surgery, is what we can assume.
He had surgery?
Yeah, he had surgery. He was under the knife. He's expected to miss time at the end of February. Yeah.
Oh man, they're gonna do the same old bullshit. He's gonna be back for the playoffs. They're gonna get another fucking.
Damn right they. Yeah. You know it, baby. That $10 million off the fucking books and load up and get him back. Well, open dick surgery, bro. What are you gonna do? So yeah, I absolutely love New York in this game. You touched on it. They're playing some damn good hockey here. I don't know if they're as fraudulent as Ryan made them seem to be. Like, for me, the biggest struggle they've had has been goaltending. You know, Shesterkin hasn't been what we know that Igor Shesterkin can and should be. But like, fuck, defensively, anytime you got Jake Trouba, fucking Adam Fox, offensively, Zibanejad, Kreider can easily put up 50 if you wanted to and crush you on the way doing it. Panarin's been one of the arguably a top. I don't know, maybe top 5 is a bit harsh. Maybe like a top 6, top 7 player in the league this year. He's lighting the absolute lamp here. So I love the Rangers at minus 125. Over under this game. I'm leaning towards the over here. Me and Logan Thompson, we do not get along. And then Shesterkin hasn't been lights out either here. So I love the Rangers. I love the over.
Also want to shout out Vincent Trocheck on the Rangers. At 43 points, 43 games, playing 21 minutes a night, power play, penalty call, all situations. He's been a big player for them. And yeah, Panarin's definitely one of the top 5 candidates for the Hart right now. And speaking of the Hart, I did look at the odds. Kucherov is 3rd in odds behind McKinnon and McDavid. So maybe I take back what I said before.
Where's Pedersen? He's been so good.
I don't have the odds up right now, but he's been up there.
He's around 20-1.
Holy shit.
I'm seeing 30-1 here. Quinn Hughes, 25-1. Quinn Hughes is shorter.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's insane. But a defenseman, little quick trivia off the top of your head. Who was the last defenseman to win the Hart? Do you guys know?
Chris Pronger.
Fuck. Chris Pronger, 1999. Yeah. Fucking Detroit. That sucks. All
right.
Cool. Oh, yeah. They got one to 30 seconds left.
Is Detroit good? Is Detroit actually going to compete for the playoffs?
Oh, they're shit. Fuck Detroit.
They'll fall apart eventually. Just wait.
You're going to go to the playoffs with Alex Lyon and James Reimer? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Unless the Leafs just fall apart.
Jolie. I'm tired. I'm tired right now. I can't do this.
All right. One quick word. Not about the Leafs. About the Jack Adams. Just wanted to point out. I mentioned at the top. Bet smart Tortorella 10-1. I think that he should be second in the odds. Talk it. I don't think that he should be like plus 140, plus 150, maybe a little bit longer than that. And bonus, I think that his sudden plummeting from like 20-16-1 to 3-1 is a bit premature. If the Jets win the President's Trophy, I'm pretty sure the bonus wins that, but they're 4-1 to win the President's Trophy. So at the very least, he should be 4-1 to win the Jack Adams, probably longer than that. But I do think that it should be Talk at 1. Tortorella 2, then bonus. Those are the 3 guys in serious contention right now for the Jack Adams, in my opinion. So yeah, Tortorella still has value in that market right now.
I'm glad you brought that up because I mean we're going long here already, but I don't think bonus can win it, especially because Hellebuck is going to win the Vezina and he'll get most of the credit for their success. So I think it's really Tortorella versus Tocchet right now, and honestly, Tocchet maybe should be minus 150.
Bonus has a case though because of the whole culture thing, right? Like the Jets had this disgusting culture, then they move out Blake Wheeler and Pierre-Luc Dubois. Now they got this team rolling. It's going to go down to Bonus's job as a coach, so that's his case, which is valid. I think that he's 3rd in the running right now.
Yeah,
it's easy to lose sight of that when we're halfway through the season now and we've seen the team do what they do. But go back and remember what we were saying about this Winnipeg team before the season started, man. Scheifele and Hellebuck were both, as far as we know, looking to move out. They just moved off from Wheeler. There was a problem there, man. And we touched on this, the 3 of us, in our season preview for this Winnipeg team. And all 3 of us said this is going to be a fucking mess and in shambles. The only chance they have of getting it together is if the culture changes. And clearly that's something that's happened. So it's easy to lose sight of that with where we are now in the season. But if you can kind of look back at, where they were, there's a lot of kudos that goes to that man. So I kind of like bonus for the Jack Adams.
And as we've talked about, the Jets did collapse last year. 1 year ago, January 17th, last season, they were tied for first in the West with 59 points in 45 games. And they're very similar right now. So if the Jets keep it up, maybe bonus does get credit for having that culture. But I agree with Joel that he should be third.
Yeah, I think it's a different team this year though, because the culture has changed. I
Because
believe
that
that
asshole Blake Wheeler's not there.
exactly. And Pierre-Luc Dubois, like look
And
what
Dubois
he is.
not there either.
Dubois
So
is
people
there,
hate
yeah.
people hate him.
He's a
And
fucking
doing this without Kyle
lazy
Connor,
fuck.
like, fuck, man.
Yeah, exactly that too. Like that'll go a long way as well. Yeah, Hellebuck and Jack Adams, they kind of go together, right? If you have a great goalie, you have a good chance to win the Jack Adams. They typically, you don't get both of them winning the awards, unlike last year, like Allmark and Jim Montgomery. But it definitely can happen. Yeah, like those are the three guys right now. I think they're well ahead of everyone else at the moment. But it's still half the season to go, so pay attention. Just don't pay any stupid price now. Like, oh, bonus is gonna win 3-1. Let's go. Like it's too late. You're too late. Just pay attention to the odds and jump in at the right time.
And one more thing, just the PHWA, the Professional Hockey Writers Association, mid-season like voting awards ballot should be coming out soon. They typically do, mid to late January in the past few years. So definitely take a look at that along with the ESPN and NHL.com ones. I think the PHWA one is probably the most accurate.
You should have a vote in that, Ryan.
I should apply.
Yeah,
I
just feed us the secret info before the show.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we got one last game we still got to cover here, so let's just run through that quickly. 10 p.m. time slot. We got the Nashville Predators versus the LA Kings. Game itself is in Los Angeles here. Preds on the money line at plus 130. Kings on the money line at minus 155. Over under is sitting at 6 here. Over paying off minus 110. The under minus 110 as well. I like the Kings in this game, man. I know that they're struggling. They're 5-4 in their past 10 games, coming off a massive 10-game losing streak here. Haven't been a great home team. They've had a lot more of their success on the road, but I still believe that this team is the real deal here. So I'm going to take them over the Preds. Preds have been playing some decent hockey. They're a good team, man. 24-19-1 record. This is a team that, by all means, can probably make playoffs and maybe should make playoffs here to the chagrin of a lot of people at the start of the season. But I'm going to take the Kings here. I think talent-wise, they're just so much better. And you know what part of it is too, man? Like, when a team like this goes on a bit of a skid, which what we've seen out of LA, there's no going around it. They have veteran leadership, man. Like you look through this lineup, yes, there's the young players like the Quinton Byfields and the Trevor Moores and that, but it's solidified and surrounded with the Anze Kopitar's, the Drew Doughties. Like these are guys that have been in the league and they know what it takes to win, and they know that, hey, you go on a bit of a skid in January. It doesn't mean your season's over. It's time to get out of this here, man. So I'm going to be relying on the Kings leadership. Give me them at minus 155 over under in this game. Saros has been struggling a little bit, dude. He hasn't had a great year, especially compared to what we've seen the past 2 seasons out of him. You're going to give me this number at 6? Oh, fuck. I hate this total. I'm going to lean towards the over a little bit here, though. Kings got to show up and prove that we're willing to fucking win. We haven't been good at home all year. Let's change that. Let's put up 4. And there's no reason to think that, Nashville can't put up 2 or 3 of their own here, man. So, yeah, give me the over. Give me the Kings.
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way here. I like the Preds at plus 130. We just talked about the Canucks coming home from a long 7-game road trip. The Canucks last played on Monday. And looking at this Kings road trip, it's really tough for them. They went down Washington, Tampa, Florida. Okay, all East Coast going south. Then up to Detroit, back south to Carolina, over back to Dallas on back-to-back nights, and now 3rd game in 4 nights back at home against a Nashville team that is very much in the playoff race, hungry for a win after losing in Vegas there 4-1. So I think Nashville here has the value at plus 130 for the total at 6 here. Probably a lean to the under here, but neither Saros or Cam Talbot has been great recently. Talbot has been awful. Pretty much since the holiday break, he is 0-5-3, 27 goals against in 8 games, save percentage of .890. He's really had come downhill from his Vezina candidate, Vezina favorite. That wasn't the favorite ever, but he was one of the top guys there. So I like the Preds here. Get it done on the road, plus 130, and lean to the under.
I am certainly not one of those who would be chagrined by the Predators making the playoffs. As listeners know, I've been high on this team since the very beginning. Andrew Burnett, big believer in him as a coach. I like the Predators' young core. I like Ryan O'Reilly coming in, and Roman Josi, still one of the better defenders in the league. Expect a little bit more from Saros, but he's been getting better lately. yeah, and the Kings, I think that they are just they don't have elite goal scorers. That's the problem they've had for the past few years. It's showing up again now. They're getting all these chances, but they can't put them away. That's a problem. Yeah, you can be as great as you want at creating chances, but eventually you got to have somebody to finish them. Adrian Kempe hasn't been as good as he was last year. What did he have, like 45, 50 goals last year or something crazy like that? But he's not on that pace this year for sure. And yeah, I think the Predators are live here, plus 130. Kings on the long road trip, as Ryan mentioned. Lean to the Predators for sure, but I think I'm going to wait because I think the market still likes the Kings quite a bit. So I think we might get a better number than plus 130. And I do lean to the over as well with the way the Predators play. And the Kings, eventually they got to finish some of these chances, right? But yeah, no strong feeling in the total, but kind of like the Preds here. We'll see if we get a better number later on Thursday.
Can't believe this guy's just shitting all over my boy Trevor Moore like that. Gee,
oh, there you go. Yeah, he's having a career year for sure. I like
right.
Pierre-Luc Dubois. He's been relegated to like the fourth line now.
He is. He's playing fourth line minutes, dude. I'll tell you right now. I follow a lot of the LA Kings Twitter people because they are fucking actually awesome to have fun with online and shit. And they hate this guy's guts. It is incredible. Holy
One of the
shit.
most overrated players in the league.
You know what? I was wrong about him. I got into this debate with Sharky to start the season, and I was riding the PLD bandwagon, but not Sharky, with Archer rather. Sorry. But Archer was right, man. This guy's just fucking shitting the bed all over the place. So
Kevin Cheveldayoff, GM of the year,
maybe trade of the year. Yeah. They should have that. That'd be just an insult to injury. All right, we are brought to you. That is the game slate here. We are brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets here. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets. The sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Data or data? I don't know. Enter any parlay ID in the Hall of Fame Bets Revolutionary Parlay Optimizer tool to get hit rates broken down by leg, as well as an expected probability for the entire parlay. Sort all players by hit rate with any bet to learn which players are hot and which picks have value. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. As well, be sure to check out the HGPN merch store. 15% off everything in store now to the end of the month with promo code PLAYOFFS. We're competing against other shows for a bonus. We are, so, if you want us to win some money, go buy a bunch of fucking HGP merch, and do that. That would be cool. And get your favorite item from the store. There's tons of good stuff. I got a hoodie. I got some sweatpants too. I'm sure Ryan has some cool stuff. Jolie as well. Be sure to go check out the merch. And if all of you spend a shitload of money, we'll get a bit of money too. So right on, man. All right, boys, that wraps up our 11 game slate here. Consensus plays, Gilbert. What do we got going on?
We got the Lightning minus 142 at home against the Wild. We have the Blues Capitals under 5.5 plus 105. We all lean to the Sens, or we imply lean to the Sens minus 185 or puck line plus 136.
I can neither confirm or deny that.
That's a two-man plus a question mark consensus play there. Kraken Oilers under 6.5 minus 105, and then Rangers minus 125 at Vegas.
Okay. All right, let's move down to our locked odds and totals here. Current standings: Jolie's in first with a record of 36, 35, and 1, up 2.54 units. Myself, I got a record of 30 and 42, down 18.06 units. Brutal. Ryan has a record of 28, 44, down 19.68 units here. Ryan guy, why don't you get us going here? Let's change this up a little bit. You and I got to get our shit together. I feel like we say this every couple of weeks here, but why don't you kick this off?
We do here. I think I'm on a decent run here. I haven't gone 0-3 in a while, which has been good for my locked dog total. But my best bets with Joel have done much better on the two-man shows. I don't have Talon
over there, so
Talon's
tune into the two-man shows.
Talon's beauty just throws me off here.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling good about this Thursday slate. I got my lock is Lightning minus 142 against the Wild. A good home team against a bad away team. My dog, Oilers puck line plus 114 against the Kraken. Kraken are in shambles right now. I think we didn't even mention that Matty Beniers is out. I think Burakovsky's questionable. Vince Dunn's questionable there. So Seattle is missing some of their pieces. And then my total is the Blues Caps under 5.5 plus 105. Just two teams that really can't score too much.
For myself, going to the Rangers money line. Haven't bet a lot in the Rangers this year, but that changed this year against the Golden Knights, who I've definitely not bet a lot on this year. Minus 125 there. I think that they are the better team, much healthier team, which is important. And even with Shesterkin, as sad as it is to say, he's still the better goalie than whatever the Knights roll out with Patera or Logan Thompson, who gets sick every few days seemingly. A dog, Canadian Senators. We're going with the Sens minus 1.5 plus 136. I think they just pumped the Canadians. The Senators are a terrible team, but they can score goals. So I think that this either ends in like a Canadians like 5-3 win or Senators like 6-2 win. Like there's going to be goals in this one. I love the over as well, but I do think the Senators come out on top with the Canadians' big win against the Devils. Now going up to Ottawa, not a good situation. Senators roll. Total Leafs Flames over 6.5 minus 122. Both not great defensively. Flames good in net, but the Leafs not so much. And both teams have a lot of firepower, especially the Leafs, of course. So I do think that we'll see 7+ goals and hopefully a lot of let's go Flames versus go Leafs go chance.
All right. For myself, for my lock, I'll be taking the LA Kings money line versus Nashville minus 155. Leaning on these vets to get this team back together here. For my dog, I couldn't find a great dog that I really liked here, but I'm going to take St. Louis plus 100 versus Washington on the money line here. And then for my total, Arizona, Vancouver under 6.5. What is that? Minus 125 here. I'll be leaning towards that. All right, boys. Anything else you want to add before we get in here, or is that pretty much good?
I'm good. I think we'll be off tomorrow night and back on Friday, though. If you guys have anything you want to mention before that, any golf bets or anything.
Oh yeah, American Express.
I'm doing digging right after the show, man. So if you want to find that, great segue.
I thought you meant during the show.
No. But you know what? You can join the Discord to that, and I'll post what we got going on. Do you got anything on the line there, Joel, or no?
Nah, man. I made one golf bet this year. I bet on JT Poston on Sunday when he was going on a run. 25-1, hoping that the rest of the guys fell apart down the stretch, and they didn't. They blew by him, and yeah, that was a hell of a final. Did you have anyone in the Sony?
I had a lot of people, but no fucking hits.
Nobody like Ben On or Keegan Bradley, who both choked.
No go. Wasn't taking any of those guys at fucking plus 2,500 to start the tournament in an 80-field tourney. But anyways, we'll get rock and roll on golf a little bit later. Don't worry about that. But all right, everyone go check out the SJPM website. That's the place to be. Tons of stuff in the world of sports. Obviously, we got hockey, we got golf. We just talked about Australian Open's doing its fucking thing. Any futures or anything for that, Joel, or are you good?
Hockey?
No, Australian Open.
Oh, I got tons of shit, man. I can't list them all now, but let's go anti-Joker, go Yannick Sinner in the men's, and let's go Rybakina, Alina, my love, my mistress, my beautiful girl from Kazakhstan, place of home of Borat and other
Nick Antropov.
Nick Antropov. Yeah. So Rybakina, all over her. She's my girl, and a couple others. You know, it's fun to take long shots in the women's because chaos can happen in the women's side. So yeah, we got some buns in the oven, some coals in the fire, whatever the fucking saying is.
There's plenty of tennis buns in the Discord, I've noticed.
Yeah, we got some pictures. We got some Instagram scouts. Just making bets based on the size of their goods.
I love that. That's awesome. All right, so that's going on the Australian Open. Tons of stuff in the world of sports, but you've got all the information at the SGPN website. Be sure to go there and listen to the other shows. Everybody's doing such a kick-ass job. Big UFC event coming up this weekend and Saturday in Toronto. So be sure to check out the MMA Gambling Podcast with the boy Jeff Fox. I'm sure they'll have some good info on that. Read the articles as well, man. Check out Ryan's fantasy hockey articles. He's banging out weekly. Those are absolutely sick. Like I said earlier, you're in the dog days of the season, man. So anything else to get you a little bit of an edge can go a long way, and he's absolutely killing it. So check those out. And of course, man, shout out to all of our friends and pals in the Discord. It's been an awesome place. Everybody's having a good time, We're a lot of support in there as of late, which is always nice to see, and everybody's having fun, man. So shout out to everybody in there. If you want to get in the Discord, reach out to myself or Ryan on Twitter. We'll be sure to point you in the right direction. Or you can reach out to the HGP Twitter account here. He'll get you going. He's an absolute beauty. Or what you can do is just go on like a Reddit page looking for obscure gambling sports books. Because if you're just looking for random books all the line, like all around the world, that just so happen to have, coach of the year bets, chances are you'll find our fucking boy in there lurking, and he's doing the same thing. You'll be looking at like Spain books. He'll be looking at Argentinian books, anything he can get to just put more money on coach of the year. Our very own and our boy Joel Meyer will be in there. And when you're in there and you're like, hey, who we betting here? And he'll fucking tell you. But also what he'll tell you is how to get into the Discord, baby.
Fucking right. Olympics coming up this summer too. The more books, the better, because there's going to be so many different markets you can't get everywhere. So it's fun to look around to get the best odds in these obscure niche markets.
Yeah, Joel loves those teenagers and competing in water sports. We've established that already.
Oh yeah, tennis gets me like so amped for the Olympics because it's the same kind of vibe. Just there's so many channels, so much shit going on. Like you can watch stuff with like no commentators, like just watching.
Where are they at this year?
Paris, France.
Okay, so it'll be
not Paris, America.
That's not gonna be a good time difference though. It's just gonna be starting like early.
Yeah, it's like 7 hours from Ontario. That's like what, 10 hours from you? That sucks.
Yeah, if it's like it'll be like early morning for me. So yeah. That's not. It's like that's why Australian Open is my favorite, because it's like we're gonna go right through the night, like till 6 a.m. But Europe, it's like you have to go like till 11, 12 a.m. That requires some other substances to get that far.
Damn right it does.
All right. Make sure you're subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on your preferred podcast platform. That's on Apple or Spotify. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. I'll read it here at the end of the show. Subscribe to us on YouTube as well. Almost been up there. Subscriber count, comment, like all that good stuff. Going to read a comment here from our last show with Joel and I from our good friend Max Jenkum. He's said, tried another consensus kind of multi-parlay today at 66-1. Of course, he was one leg short. He had the Kraken Rangers. Both teams have scored 2. Avs over 3.5. Kings over 2.5 was his loss. Islanders under 2.5. Blackhawks under 3.5. Oilers money line. And then Coyotes Flames under 6.5. He hit all 5 legs there. Did not hit the final 6-1 though with the Kings. So you got a round robin those. You still get some profit.
Hell yeah.
Good for Max. Oh, by the way, Max, if this is a real person, shout out to his
if
taste
it's not
in
a shark.
Music. Yeah, I'm still wary about that. Max Jenkin, come on.
How about TJ? How's TJ doing? Haven't seen him hanging out in the Discord in a while.
Never know.
Still lurking, but no. Shout out to Max, Australians have good taste in music. He was noting my shirt, Lanchi and Codex. There's not a lot of people who know that band, so if he actually knows the band, he knows Pagan Altar, and I think he shouted out another band too once upon a time. So this guy is a fellow metalhead, fellow grinder. He's finding all the obscure markets in the music world. So yeah, shout out to Max. Oh, right, great name too. Like Max is elite. Like it's totally Roman. That's one of my handles that I use, especially the old. If you find like a Max something on a
Max Meyer commenting on.
Is that your burner? Is that your Twitter burner? Finally, we figured it out.
Got me. Oh no, you're closing in. Yeah, Max, hell of a name. Maximilian, Maximus. Let's go, Max.
Right on, man. All right, everybody. My name is Talon Jenkins. You can find me on Twitter at Talon_Jenkins94.
I'm Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I'm Joel Martin. You'll find me doing some kind of reverse rain dance to get this rain to go away from Melbourne so we can get these matches back underway.
Oh my God, dude, I would take rain right now. With the wind chill, it's literally it's supposed to feel like 23 degrees under par right now in Toronto. That's how cold this is. So
we got a big... We got a big dump of snow ourselves, so our city is shut down.
Oh, what, 4 inches?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, jeepers, what are we gonna do? All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.